On today's episode of Lovely Day Knits, I try and wrangle some stitches.
Oh, get on the needle.
My cat decides he's had enough. I explain how to count rows, and a solo photo shoot that nobody asked for. But first, we make tea.
Hello and welcome to Lovely Day Knits. I'm Alicia and here we chat about all things knitting. So today I want to try to do a colourwork sweater. I've never done colourwork before and I have so many colourwork patterns saved to my Ravelry and saved on Instagram. So I've still yet to choose a colourwork to do, but all I know is that I really want to try colourwork, and so we're going to vlog today and see how I go, because I know nothing about colourwork yet. But there's no time like the present to learn, and there is YouTube for a reason. So first things first, let's go and find a pattern. So I think I've gotten down to two different options for the colourwork sweater. One looks a little bit more simple than the other, but I think I like the more complicated one a little bit more. I'll show you what we've got. So I'm thinking, let me see if I can get this in for you. Okay, so this is the Hilda sweater by Ronya Hack. Oh, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But this is absolutely stunning. Also, she's got a really beautiful Instagram. If you don't already follow her on Instagram, I would highly recommend. She just takes beautiful photos and everything. Anyways, so this is the first option. This one's got these beautiful patterns here. I'll see if I can get a close up for you. These kind of patterns here, which are really beautiful, and they just repeat all the way down. There's only like 3 lines of them. So I feel like that might be doable, but then again, it does look like really complicated in the middle part here. But I mean, you only live once and you got to try these things, right? So this is the other option I think I'm going to go with. There is this beautiful stitches writing across here. She's got it in some really nice colours. So I'd have to decide, oh, these are nice colours though. The brown and the pink, I do like that. So I'm tossing up between the Hilda sweater and the Stitches sweater at the moment. I think I'm going to go with the Stitches sweater. That's purely just because the Hilda sweater is knit up on a 4-ply on 3.75mm needles. So I feel like it's going to take a little while to get through the whole sweater, where the Stitches sweater is done on DK or worsted weight on 5mm needles. So I feel like that's going to knit up a little bit quicker. I just need that instant gratification at the moment because I've been working on the Cumulus tee on tiny little needles and tiny little wool. And it's just taking forever. So I feel like I need that instant gratification at the moment. I need to get through a project really quickly. And so I think we're going to go with the Stitches sweater. Also, I've been obsessed with it since I watched her YouTube video about it. So I think I'm just going to go with that one. I knew one day I was going to make it because I absolutely love it. I'll probably do it in the colours that she's got it in, with the white and the orange and the blue. But I'll shop around online for some wool and see what colours are available. And yeah, hopefully we can make it kind of a cheap sweater too, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so Spotlight does have the ones that I want. It's got this white with brown speckles, which I think would be perfect, but they've also got this blush color. I have to decide, but it's not on sale either. So, and if you know Spotlight, you know that Spotlight always goes on sale. So I'm just gonna wait until this goes on sale. So the Stitches sweater says that it's made up in a DK or worsted weight yarn with 1 main color and 3 contrasting colors. But I'm thinking if I go with the pink wool from Spotlight, I might just go with 2 contrasting colors because it might just be a bit much color for me. I don't wear a lot of color, but I'm thinking pink with some brown and white might look really good. But yeah, I'm just gonna see when Spotlight goes on sale. I've had a look at other places online like Etsy and things, but they're either like out of stock of the one that I want, or I can't find any with like the right colored speckles. So I think the Spotlight one is going to have to be it. It's $12 a ball at the moment for the main color. So I think I'm just going to wait till it goes on sale because they always have sales there and I just refuse to pay full price there for some reason. I don't know. It's just a weird thing that I have. So I'll work on another project while I wait for the wool to go on sale. So I got the wool. It only took 2 days to go on sale. So opposed to spending $12 a ball, it was only $8.70 a ball, which was an absolute steal, I reckon. So I've got I went with pink. I know. I went to go with the cream, but I don't know, maybe I'm just a colourful knitter because I would never go to the shops and buy something colourful for myself, but all this colourful wool is just jumping out at me. So maybe this is just my knitting style, and this has got brown and white speckles in it, so it's really beautiful. It's the Montrose 8 ply, 90% wool, 7% acrylic and 3% viscose. That one right there. It's got these beautiful flecks through it, and that's what I really wanted for this jumper is something with flecks. To pair with this one, I got this brown in the keepsake and this white. These are both 100% organic wool and they're both the same brand. But I was thinking this one, the brown for the stitches color, and then this one for like the squiggly lines. Or maybe I could do this in the stitches and this in the squiggly lines. I'm not sure yet, so I have to yet decide which one I'm going to go in. I think this is going to be the stitches writing. I didn't want to go with a third colour because I'd already gone with a full pink sweater, which is probably enough colour for me. I do have in my stash a nice blue colour that does actually go with this, so I'll see how it goes with just 3 colours because it's meant to be knit up with 4 colours. So I'll see how it goes with 3 colours. These came down to $5 a ball, so they were half price, which is an absolute steal. And I got two of each. The total cost of all the wool for the sweater, I got 500 grams of this one, so 5 balls. It came to $63.50, which I think for a whole sweater is absolutely awesome. But now I've got to get swatching and hopefully I can meet Gage. Up the swatch, and I thought I'd just put in all the colours just to make sure that I was happy with them, but it looks like Neapolitan ice cream, which I mean I'm not mad about because I love ice cream, but like, is that too much? Is that too ice creamy? Am I gonna wear this and just get hungry every time? A little bit of this blue that I have from stash into here and see if it makes it any better or if I like it or not. I don't know. Otherwise I'll have an ice cream sweater and I can't be mad about that. Just knit up my swatch. I didn't quite hit Gage, but I'm going to go up to a size 5.5 millimeters and see if that helps. The only thing is that they did say to block the swatch and to do the gauge off block swatches, but I just can't be bothered to wait. I just really want to get started. I might regret it, but I'm just gonna go ahead. So I'll do a quick swatch up on a 5.5 millimeter, see if that's any better. If not, I'll stick with this one. But the color situation, my Neapolitan ice cream color situation here. So I added a little bit of blue in. Let me see if it'll focus. Okay, so this is the situation here. I'm not a lover of the blue. I think it's too bright for these colors here, but without it, she looks like ice cream. I don't know if that's a problem or not. Well, that took way too long. I have spent the last 2.5 hours just trying to do swatches and trying to hit Gage, and I still haven't hit Gage. So here's the thing. It says in the pattern that you can use DK or
worsted weight, which doesn't quite make sense. It doesn't say to hold the DK with anything, so I just bought DK wool and a 5mm needle. So I swatched up and it was like very out. The patterns gauge was 16 stitches and I was getting 20 stitches. So I was gonna have a super, super, super small garment, and that is not what I wanted. I want a really nice and oversized kind of sweater. So I went up a needle size and I think I got like 18 stitches. And then I went up another needle size and I was still getting 18 stitches, which is super strange, or 17 stitches maybe. But it was super like see-through and like meshy. The material in the 5mm needle looked quite good. It wasn't too see-through or anything. But even the 5.5mm, it was just that little bit see-through that I didn't want. So I think I'm just going to stick with the 5mm needle, and with some quick math, I have deduced that I need to go to a size extra large to get the size of a medium. Yes, I will start casting on now. I want to mention that I am going to try keyword to time this one. I got this new app called Crochet Land, the little giraffe there, and it has been really cool. I kind of use it for one of the beanies and it works out really well. It just tracks your time. Here, let me show you. So it's got the different projects. Don't ask me why I have 2 stitches projects in there. I was just trying to figure it out. But if you click into that, you've got your timer here. Whenever you're doing your project, you just press that and it times it. And then you've got a little stitch count here as well, which is really cool. So if you need help like tracking your stitches, you just click it. And then you've got like notes, so you can make notes about your project, and then it's got like supplies, so you fill in your supplies. So yeah, I thought that was a really cool app. So I'm gonna try and time this project, but might forget. And I also lied about the gauge. I said I was going to do the extra large. I've decided to go with 5.5mm needles and do it in the size large. You want second breakfast? So the next morning, we had some kangaroos out this morning, which was quite a little treat. I wasn't expecting them to be out because the ground is still really muddy. So I thought they'd be on higher ground because we had floods all last week, like to the point where we thought it was going to come inside of our tiny home and destroy it. So we paddle boarded all the way to Mum's place, which is, I mean, it's only like 120 meters away, but we got in the little paddle board and was paddle boarding across our lawn, like across the paddock all the way to Mum's place. So I mean, a bit of an adventure, but it was quite fun. But luckily our home was fine. It was like this far off coming inside. So thank goodness we were all good. And the place is fine, so we don't have to fix anything up. But last night I got only like an hour and a half done of the project. So I joined in the round and I've got, cover my eyes, just that much done in like an hour and a half last night. I got up to the colour work part and I realised I don't know how to do colour work. I was like, oh yeah, colour work. And then I was like, I have no idea how to do this. So I spent last night looking up a lot of tutorials and like guidance and getting some tips on some colour work. I learned all about colour dominance and different ways you can hold your wool and tension and catching floats. So hopefully that kind of all helps with today. Some people like hold their wool, like one wool with English style and one continental style. I tried to do continental style and it just didn't happen. My brain couldn't compute how to do it. No matter how many tutorials I watched, my brain was like, no. So needless to say, I'm going to do just 2 strands on English style. That's how my mum does it too, and she used to do like heaps. Actually, I was chatting to mum today, and like she used to knit all of our clothes when we were little, and she had 8 balls of wool for one project at one time for one of the projects. I don't know how that woman does it. So I couldn't get to sleep last night because I just kept thinking about my Neapolitan ice cream sweater situation. So I woke up this morning and asked Mum if she wanted to go for a trip to Spotlight to go see if we could find some more wool, because I thought last night when I couldn't sleep because I was just thinking about sweaters and knitting that I could get a dark charcoal colour and use it for the sweater for like the stitches writing, and it might make it look less ice creamy. But when I went to Spotlight this morning, I decided to come back with orange. I don't know why I decided to do that, but it looked really good with the pink. I hope so. Otherwise, I don't know. Anyways, so this is like the pink and the white, and you can't really see that. So these will be the colors together. So I hope this isn't like too bright because this is quite a dull pink. So hopefully that will actually look okay with it. There is orange flecks in the pink, so that's why I ended up going with the burnt orangey browny kind of wool. So hopefully that looks alright and less ice creamy. This was on sale for $5.25, so I'll have to add that into the cost as well. This was the 4 Seasons Pure Merino 8 ply 100% merino in this like burnt dull orange. So I'm going to give colourwork a red hot crack. Hopefully I understand how to do the charts and things. Dominant goes underneath. Just do it like you normally would. I got my first colour stitch in there. Oh, I'm so excited. 3 up, go underneath. Oh, floats, tension. Just knit it like you normally would. Oh wait, did I do that wrong? Okay. Oh, over the top. Get on the needle. I've got this in the bag. I can do this. I've already lost count. Oh gosh, there are floats. There are floats. I have floats. I'm doing colour work. I'm so excited. I can see why this would take a little while to do. I can see why people do one continental and one English style. Like, I can see why people do that. Maybe I will give it a go, because then that would be underneath like all the time. Oh, and then I can switch the yarns. Okay. Oh no, continental just doesn't work. Did it. Like, if you do continental and you do English, would your tension be the same? Like, would you be able to tell which stitches are continental and which one are English? That's my question. I feel freaking awesome right now. Like, this is like ninja knitting. I saw online that one lady suggested to put stitch markers along every repeat of the colour charts. So I went to do that, but I realised I need some more stitch markers because I've only got like, I think there's 10 or 13. Oh well, I'll just keep counting and then hopefully I don't miss it. But I think with the colour in it, kind of makes it easy to count, because then you just have to count back to your last colour. I'm not even 1 row in and I'm thinking I know what I'm doing. Delusional. She's delusional. I just got my first round done and I think I did okay. I hope I did okay. These are my floats. I'm so excited about my floats. I don't know why. That's not even that exciting, but I'm excited. It is honestly the best thing that's happened to me all year are these floats. I'm like more stoked about the floats than I am the actual colourwork section. Anyways, I'm gonna continue on knitting this away for the afternoon, and hopefully I can continue getting better at that continental style now that it's kind of clicking in a little bit more. I don't know why when I'm just knitting with like the continental style, it doesn't sink in, but it seems to, oh hey buddy, but it seems to be sinking in a bit more when I've got one strand on here and one strand on here, so go figure. Yeah, I'm very excited to continue on with this, and hopefully it doesn't defeat me. So I just gotten up to a part in the chart where I have to carry floats because we've got 5 going across, and everyone that I've looked up online was saying to don't go longer than 3 without catching a float. So I looked up a lady online, just to refresh again, on TikTok that I watched last night about how to catch floats. So fingers crossed I can do it. It looked a little complicated, but not at the same time. I'll give it a go and see if I can do it. Oh, that's magic. Oh, that's magical. Some of my stitches are like super gappy. They don't look even at all. Like my tension looks like it's all over the shop. So I don't know if I should continue doing that or not. Let me show you an example. See how gappy these white stitches are? They're so gappy compared to like the pink stitches. So I think that's just because I'm doing continental. Like some of them are fine, but then some of them are like horrible. So I don't want to go back and do it again. So maybe I should just go back to English style and then see if I can do that. Gotten to my first unraveling because I was 1, 2, 3 charts in. Instead of doing 5 stitches of the contrast color, I did 6 stitches. So my entire row is now out, and I only just realized. But at least I realize now and not later on. It's only just 1 round I have to unpull. I was really confident in that one. I was really happy with everything there, but you live and you learn some new things. And I learnt to really keep track of what's underneath as well as what's on top. It is the next day, and this morning I was out at coffee with my Nana. It was her 79th birthday, so we had a little celebration with me, Mum, and Nana, or my sexy grandma as I call her. I've called her that since I was like 15, so she loves it. So that was really lovely. But last night I did get a few more hours of the sweater done, which was really cool. Colourwork is my new favourite thing. I love colourwork, and the charts aren't as hard as I thought they were going to be to read. Like, I find them quite easy to read, which is awesome. The continental style it's taking a little while to get used to, it really is, but I am getting used to it, and I feel like it's a little bit quicker than actually doing English style with both strands, because I've been trying like both styles just to see which one kind of like works for me. And so far, it's the continental and the English I'm finding it easier, which is crazy because I couldn't even do continental when I tried it last time. But for some reason, when I'm doing English, the continental is also just clicking. So I don't know, cool skill to unlock. I'm pretty excited about that. And hopefully I can add in the 3rd colour. I haven't actually tried them knitted together, so I'm really hoping that it looks good. Otherwise, I might have to take another spotlight trip, and I don't want to spend any more money on wool. The app says I'm up to 6 hours, so I got a few more hours done yesterday. So I'm up to this now. I've got the first little string of white done, which is looking pretty cool. And these are my floats. I'm so excited about my floats. I don't know why. I feel like I'm more excited about my floats than I am the actual colour work. I don't know why. They're not even that pretty. I'm just happy with them. So all the white is done. I'm now up to the second contrast color, which is going to be the brown. So that's really exciting. I'll get a few more hours done of that, hopefully this afternoon and into tonight. So the only thing is my stitches don't seem quite as even as they normally are when I'm doing just normal stocking knit stitch. I think that has to do with the fact that I'm doing continental and English style, and I'm still not quite used to the continental style. So hopefully I can even that out a little bit more. I haven't gone back and redone it because I can't be bothered. It's fine. This will be more of a casual sweater to like wear around anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna continue on with this brown and see if I can get the whole chart done tonight, and then I don't know what's next. I think it's a different chart, or maybe some plain for a little bit and then a different chart. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I should get a few more hours done of this afternoon, and hopefully there's no massive issues. Welcome to the next day. I got a little bit sidetracked last night. When hubby got home, we just chatted for ages and I forgot to film anything else. But I did get a few more hours of knitting done. I am now up to, let me double check my cool knit app, which I have been actually like doing properly. So every time I knit, start the timer and then stop it when I actually stop knitting. I have been including any time that I have to unpull, so that'll be included in it. But I think that's fair because in every project you're undoing things, right? Or is that just me? Might just be me, but I don't know. Anyways, so I am up to 9 hours and 24 minutes and I got the first chart done last night, which is super exciting. It is looking very retro, very vintage and very retro. That was not my envision for this project, like at all. But I think I'm just going to embrace it. I considered changing the orange because I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of it. But like the more I look at it, the more I'm like, oh, actually that kind of works. And then sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh, that looks really daggy and really gross. But I think I'm just going to embrace it and I'm just going to go with it because I've already got the wool and I don't know what else to do with like orange brown wool. But I think I'm okay with it now. I just took some photos of it and I think I'm okay with it. Anyways, we're just going to go with it. So yeah, first chart is done. I have run into a bit of a mistake that I've made. Actually, I've made a fair few mistakes, but I don't know. Okay, so the mistake is, I'm going to scoot up closer so you can actually see it. So I've got 2 extra stitches that I need. And I have no idea how I ended up with 2 extra stitches. I genuinely am clueless. So now I got to decide whether I pull back to wherever I made the mistake or I just go with it and I just decrease 2 stitches and hopefully it works out. I can kind of see where it's made a mistake in the pattern. It's not super noticeable and it's mainly on the back. Front seems to be fine. The back seems to not be fine. This is the front, so this is kind of how it's supposed to be. So this white line here runs down and meets the top of this brown. So that's right. Then if I go to the back, if I go here, the white, it's the orange that meets up with the middle of this brown. So somewhere along the way, I have, I don't know, moved it across or increased weirdly, and so now it doesn't quite match up on either side. I really don't want to unpull everything. The front is okay, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna, you know, embrace the handmade mistakes. That's just me being super lazy and giving myself an excuse. But, so I think I'm just gonna go with it. So I'll give you a bit of a try on. So this is 9 hours and 24 minutes worth of work. That's including a few unpulls because I made a few mistakes on the charts. But the charts are surprisingly easier than I thought they would be, so I'm super stoked with that. And this is so much fun. But I think the fit's pretty well. I've never done a yoke construction. I've done one sweater before, so obviously I haven't done a yoke construction. But yeah, I think it's fitting okay. I'll just keep knitting. I've got a lot of editing on my computer to do this morning for like Instagram and stuff. So I'm going to do that. And then the rest of the day, I'm going to devote to knitting away on this. Good morning, it's the next day, and yesterday I got a fair bit of knitting done, mostly at night time. I got up to 14 hours on the dot, so that was pretty good. And I'm up to the words. Well, I'm halfway through the words actually, which is just so exciting. So we're up to this now. I'll try it on for you. So here is where we're at. I've got, I don't know if you can see half of the words starting to appear here. So I've got the rest of that chart to do. So far I haven't made too many mistakes. With the words, there were a few times where I like just added one extra stitch of a colour that I didn't need, so like shifted the whole thing along. At the end of every chart repeat, I put a stitch marker so that I know if I've made a mistake in that section, I can just like unravel that section, opposed to like unraveling the entire round, which was an absolute lifesaver because I used that so much last night. Just trying to get the words. It's actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. I thought this was the more complicated pattern, but it's actually pretty simple. Like the charts are a lot easier than I thought to read and to like keep up with. And I haven't had to do many like unravels. I might have just jinxed myself a little bit, but hopefully not. The only thing that I'm seeing is there is some puckering here, but it's not where I've done any of the color work. Like it's just the plain stitching. Like there's absolutely no color work where it's actually puckering. So I hope that just blocks out. So it's 9:06 in the morning and I've got nothing else on my schedule to do today except for filming and knitting this sweater. So I'm hoping I can get a giant chunk done today. Let's get into a day of knitting. So I'm up to 18 hours and 30 minutes and here's where we're at. I've got the stitches part completed and I'm just about to start on the next color work section, which is these squiggly line things here. So I've split for sleeves, so I've got tiny little underarms here. But yeah, super exciting. I just wanted to try it on. It's feeling like a little bit snug, so I really hope with blocking I can stretch it and get a lot more room out of it. I really don't want to undo it now because we're here, and like the sleeves feel okay, and like there is room definitely. So I think like it'll fit me no matter what, but I want it to be oversized, so I'm really hoping that it fits and that it's a nice fit and that I can wear it and not be like struggling to move. I think it's coming along pretty well. I think I'm going to have too much wool, honestly, because this is still my first ball of pink. I haven't finished it yet. I've got this much left, and I've still got, like, this is how much orange I've got. Ooh, I'll show you. I've still got basically a full ball of orange left, and I've only got like one squiggly line to do of the orange, and I've got a whole extra ball because that's what I thought I needed. But it's getting late here and the lighting's getting pretty terrible, so I'm gonna knit away for the rest of the night, and then I'll see you probably tomorrow with an update. Hopefully we've got a lot more done. So it has been a few days. I've been actually out pretty sick the last few days. So I've done a lot of knitting, but I haven't done any filming. I just wasn't quite up to it. But here is our little update. Sorry about all the noisy chickens. They've decided to all sunbathe on the deck and be really, really noisy about it. But that's life out here, so that's fine. So I have got, well, when did I last film? Just after the colour work. So I've done a lot actually. I bound off the body. I've done one entire sleeve, and I've done the collar, neckband, which is pretty incredible. And I am absolutely loving this. Oh my goodness. I didn't think I would love this so much. Like, I knew I would love it, but I didn't think I would have this much love for it. It's just gorgeous. I wasn't sure about the colors at first, like putting that orange in, but I think it was the best call because it just like kind of brings like just another element. It really needed that extra color. So I'm so happy with this. So I was doing the hemline, and I was doing the twisted rib in it, but I wasn't feeling the twisted rib in it. I got about 7 rows in and I was like, oh, I don't think I like it. So I unraveled it all, which was a little devastating, but it didn't actually take that long to do, which is great. And I just did a 2x2 ribbing, but I realized I forgot to go down a needle size. So it's a bit large, but do I want to go back and redo it? No. So I'm not going to. I'm just gonna work with it because I'm one of those people that like tuck it in anyway, so you don't really see the bottom of the shirt. So like, does it really matter? I hope not. So this is on, which, it's looking absolutely gorgeous. Turned out so much better than I thought. Still got this sleeve to do, and I'm hoping I can get it done today, but we'll see. We'll see. I think the last sleeve took me like about 3.5 hours. So, you know, I think I can get that done. Let me have a quick check of my cool new app. I've been timing it all, and I've actually been really good about timing it all, which is awesome because I thought I would forget a lot. But I'm up to 43 hours and 34 minutes. So that's all of this. Yes, so this one sleeve took me 3.5 hours, which I feel like is a really long time. But it's what it took me. So I feel like that's what the other one's going to take me. It's got a little bit of colour work in it, which I'm so satisfied that it matches up. But I'm pretty sure that was the whole point of it. But yeah, and I like the twisted rib along here. I remembered to go down a needle size so it looks nice and neat. I'm just hoping that because there's like a lot of kind of crinkling along here, just along the stitches part, I'm hoping it blocks out and I haven't done the colour work wrong there, because all my other colour work is fine and it's sitting flat and it's sitting fine, but it's just along the stitches writing. It's kind of bunching up a bit, and I'm a little scared that I like didn't have my tension right, or whatever you call it. Yeah, tension. So fingers crossed that's just a blocking thing. So today I'm going to work on the sleeve, and then I've got so many ends to weave in. I didn't realize how many ends you'd have to weave in for colour work. So that'll be fun. I reckon that'll take a few hours. There's more ends than I thought there would be. I don't know if I've formally introduced you to this guy, but this guy's name is Maui. He's my beautiful boy. He's like 5 now. No, he's like 6 now. But this is Maui. He is the most special boy ever. My bedroom is currently a mess. I haven't cleaned it, I haven't made the bed, and there's just like computer stuff all over it. So we're filming out here, so I don't know what the lighting's like, but oh well, we'll see. I am done. Well, when I say done, I haven't weaved in the ends. It's inside out at the moment, so I've got to weave in all these ends, which I thought there would actually be a lot more ends than there actually are, so I'm very grateful for that. Right now, that'll be the job, but it is looking so gorgeous. I haven't actually tried it on yet, like as a full jumper. I wanted to get all the ends woven in, so I said to myself, you're not allowed to try it on until you get all the ends woven in, because otherwise I'll probably just try it on, block it, and then never weave in the ends, which would be not great. But here is what it is. She's looking beautiful, everything's lining up, and I think it's worked out really well. So I'm just going to sit here and probably watch knitting podcasters or some Criminal Minds. I've been addicted to Criminal Minds, so it'll probably be that. So excited. This is looking way better than I ever imagined it could look. Like I did not expect it to look this good and feel this comfortable already, and I haven't even blocked it. So yay, I'm so stoked, and the collars worked out really well. It's a little bit funky like here. I think it's just sitting a bit weird, but I hopefully with blocking it kind of like sits, like drops a bit and sits a bit better. It's still more close to my neck than it is in her photos. I don't know what that's about, but oh well. It's still very comfy anyways. But I love the color, I love the fits, the sleeves are so comfy. I love the like the drape on it, and I love that the cuffs kind of come in, so I can do that because I do that with my jumpers all the time. But yeah, this has just turned out so awesome. So for the timing, like I'll break it all down right at the end after I've blocked and everything. But I got up to, what does my little app say? 52 hours, 1 minute and 48 seconds. So I feel like that's pretty okay. The color work didn't take quite as long as I thought either, and yeah, pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna block it. It's really hard to kind of dry sweaters after I block them here because I have chickens and they get on everything, and I mean everything. So, and I live in a caravan, like a tiny home, so there's nowhere inside to really lay down a whole jumper and let it dry. And then this guy would probably jump all over it with his little muddy paws because he goes outside. But I do love him, so he can get away with it. But then the chickens out on the deck, we need to put some railing around so they can't get on the deck because it drives me nuts because they make it so dirty. Last time with the salty days, we literally put it on top of the caravan because that's the only spot that we could think of to like dry it out. So I'm thinking I might like use my drying rack, like my portable drying rack, and some pegs. That's what I've got in my head. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a red hot crack and see how we go. So it is all done. I am so stoked with the final result. I think it turned out perfect, and I'm glad with the colors and things that I chose as well. I would highly recommend this pattern. It is so easy to follow. It's a winner all around. So I actually used a lot less balls of wool than I thought I would, so I've got a lot of leftovers. In total, I used 4 balls of the pink wool and half a ball of each of the contrast colors, and there were 3 contrast colors. So altogether, it cost me $50.05 for all of the wool, and then the pattern itself was $12.71. So This sweater in total cost $62.76, which I think for this is so good for a whole sweater. I think that's a pretty cheap sweater. It only took about 2 days to dry, which was really good because it's been so sunny here. So yeah, I've been wearing it every day and it is my new favorite jumper. It's my new go-to. I love it so much. If you've been looking at it and you've been wanting to make it, I would highly suggest making this one. It was so much fun, and for the first colorwork sweater, I think I did a pretty okay job. I'm pretty happy with it. So last week in my socks video, I was doing a giveaway of this yarn right here. So I'm about to select the winner, and thank you to everyone who commented your sock plans. It was actually so lovely to see everyone's sock plans and what they're gonna make, and all of the tips that you guys gave me about sock making. I was just blown away by how beautiful and lovely everyone was in the comment section. So thank you so much for all of that. I have started on a pair of vanilla socks with my wool here because everyone was suggesting to start on vanilla socks as the first pair of socks that you make. So thank you so much. This is where they're at. And I think they're coming up really beautifully. So thank you very much. But without further ado, I'm going to use a random comment generator because everyone was too lovely and I could not select a comment myself. So I need some help. So I've got a little comment generator here. So it's going to be too hard to show you. Anyway, so I'm going to pick a winner, press a button. So congratulations to @EOR27. That is the winner there. I hope you can see it. Anyways, I'll put it on the screen. So massive congratulations. You've got yourself a ball of wool, this beautiful skein. If you want to send me an email at the email address right here, then I will get this sent out to you ASAP. And a massive congratulations. I hope you knit up a beautiful pair of socks with this. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you're looking for some more knitting inspiration, knitting podcasts, and knitting vlogs, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.